How's it going out there, YouTube land and also social media lands? Welcome to an all-new video. This video we're going to be doing a movie review of a new film that just came out last Friday. And is a family film that is kind of a mixture of CGI and live action. So we're going to get right into that. Before we do that, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss this video and the other videos I put up. As always, people, if you enjoy my content here on YouTube, definitely check out my other social media platforms such as X, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Patreon, Threads. Pretty much I post on those regularly, so definitely check them out. As always, people, let's get right into this. So welcome one and all to an all-new video. So like I was saying before, we're doing a movie review of a new film that just came out this past Friday, and is a live-action animated hybrid film called If. Yeah. Yeah. Acronym for imaginary friend. Yeah. If. So If is a new film from a great director, great actor, great comedian, and an all-star cast and all that kind of good stuff. And it is just a wonderful, awesome family animated type of film / live action type of film that has so much heart and so much brought into it to, really emphasize and really bring out, all those childlike qualities we've had throughout all the years, even if, as we become adults. This film really is very depthful and is just a really fantastic film that just really blew me away. It wasn't exactly what I was expecting when I went into seeing this film. I was actually really surprised. And at the same time, though, it had every single thing you could think of that just made movies enjoyable. And, the director just did a great job of giving us all those great things and just giving us a really well-rounded film that brings out all the emotions and just really goes deep and brings out what lays dormant in us as we become adults. And I think that it did a great job of bringing that, and just such great writing and just so fun and such a great cast. Now, this film was directed none other by a great guy you might recognize from the show The Office, known as Mr. John Krasinski. Oh yeah, John Krasinski. Woo, John Krasinski, yeah. John Krasinski, love him as Jim from The Office. Pretty much anything he's been in, he's always awesome, so fun, so cool, and he always does a really great job. He's made a lot of great films over the years, and I think just does a really good job with, what he brings to life, and he's a really great writer, I think. And, the fact that he wrote and directed this film is really impressive, and acted in it. I think that just really shows how much he loves the film industry, how much he loves making films, and that he put so much passion into bringing this to life and giving us a really solid film. And I think he did that. He really gave us that, and just was really super enjoyable. Now, if you haven't seen anything else John Krasinski has directed or written, you should definitely check out a great film that came out a few years ago that actually stars his wife, Emily Blunt, called A Quiet Place. Yeah! A Quiet Place. Yeah! This is such a fantastic film. Really well done. It was a completely new take on aliens coming down, taking over the world, type of dystopian kind of world type of deal. And I like that it was, a very different version, what the aliens were sensitive to, what the aliens looked like, what the aliens were there for, and stuff like that. And I like that it was very original and different than any other alien film we had seen. And I love what John did with the film. He gave us this really solid new take on an alien entity and just an alien type of film with such a great cast and just a really fun story. If you haven't seen anything else John Krasinski has directed or written, definitely check out A Quiet Place. He did a really fantastic job with that. But when it comes to If, like I said, he just put so much into this film, bringing out that inner child in us, because the context of the film is so powerful, and the fact that they bring, he brings this to life through his writing, it was so well done. And all the actors, all the actresses, all the, people that lend their voices to the animation did it so well and really grabbed your heartstrings and bring it back to you that, kids need to be kids, but at the same time, we do grow up after being kids. But as an adult, we still should have those inner kid qualities. And that's, what I felt I got out of the film and what Krasinski was trying to say. And I think that was a beautiful message and that it was just really well done and so awesome. John Krasinski did a great job. If you haven't seen anything John Krasinski has been in lately or done or directed, written, definitely go check out If in theaters now. He did a phenomenal job. So like I was saying before, this movie has a really great cast. We have quite a few people in it that are veteran actors and actresses. They have been in a few things over the years. A lot of them have been several things over the last decades or so. And they're just really fantastic actors and actresses that really brought to life their characters in this film. Now, to start us off is the main girl herself that plays John Krasinski's daughter in the film. And that, of course, is Miss Kaylee Fleming. Oh, yeah, Kaylee Fleming. Woo, Kaylee Fleming. Yeah, Kaylee Fleming. Kaylee Fleming is fantastic. I was blown away by how amazing she was in this film, and I really enjoyed everything that Kaylee brought to her character. I liked how she was trying to be grown up when she really was still a kid. I liked that she portrayed the character in a very, realistic way of what a kid her age would be dealing with the death of a parent and a parent that's in the hospital dealing with medical issues and stuff like that. I thought that she did a great job of giving us a very realistic take on that and what a kid might do or might think or feel dealing with something like this. And Kaylee did such a great job of bringing that to life, and her evolution through the film just was so well done, and she really brought it out and did a great job. Now, if you haven't seen Kaylee in anything, another film I really enjoyed her in, and I thought she did a great job. She plays another daughter character in this film that is just an action-packed film with Jennifer Garner called Peppermint. Yeah, Peppermint. Yeah. This was a fantastic action film with Jennifer Garner playing the lead character and kick-ass type of person. And Kaylee plays her daughter in the film, and I really enjoyed her portrayal of her daughter. I thought she was very sincere in it. I really enjoyed the depth she brought to the character. And I also found her not very irritating or, an upsetting type of child in the film, because I feel a lot of times sometimes you have like the daughters or the sons or the nephews or nieces and stuff like that in films, and the character always seems to be very irritating or just like listen to your parents and do what they say type of deal. And I feel that Kaylee did a great job of giving us not that type of kid in Peppermint, and I really enjoyed that. And I like that she was a very cool kid, and that she did what her parents told her, and she followed, and she played your regular kind of teen type of character. And I just really enjoyed what Kaylee brought to it, and I thought it was super enjoyable and not your stereotypical what you usually get in films. And I just thought Kaylee did a really good job. If you haven't seen anything Kaylee has been in, definitely check her out in Peppermint. She was really phenomenal in it. But she was amazing and phenomenal in If. I absolutely loved her in this. I thought she was a great choice for this character, and she just really played this character amazingly throughout this whole entire film, and it was just super entertaining, and I thought she just did a really great job. If you haven't seen Kaylee in anything, definitely check her out for her performance in If. She was phenomenal. So that brings me to the next actor I'd like to talk about in this film. And this is another great veteran actor that has been in a ton of things over the years. It's so fun. He's been in a slew of films over the years. You know him as Deadpool. You know him as a Green Lantern version. You know him as two versions of Deadpool, I should say. Or Wade Wilson, I should say. And he's just a really fun comedic actor who can do all types of genres. And that, of course, is Mr. Ryan Reynolds. Oh yeah, Ryan Reynolds. Woo, Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, absolutely love Ryan Reynolds. I have been a huge fan of his since one of the first films I ever saw him in, and he is just so fun. I love what he brings to his characters. He's on point always. He's super funny. But at the same time, when he wants to do serious or he wants to do action, he can do that too. And he just is really a well-rounded actor. And when it comes to his character in If, I really enjoyed it. I liked the sincerity he brought to it. I liked how he was very, his usual Ryan Reynolds self, but at the same time very caring, very emotional, and just really brought to life his character and gave us a really fun performance that you just kind of fell in love with. You enjoyed his character. You liked Cal, and you kept rooting for him throughout the film, and getting these imaginary friends, their new forever homes basically. And you just really enjoyed Ryan and what he brought to it in his comical aspects, but at the same time you really enjoyed his softer side, and I thought he did a really well-rounded job. Now, if you haven't seen Ryan Reynolds or anything, you should definitely check him out. It's a great film that takes place all in one place, and he was amazing in this. And that, of course, is the film called Buried. Yeah, Buried. Yeah, he was absolutely fantastic in this film. Basically taking place all in this, 8-foot box underground the whole entire film, and he's stuck in it. And he just was so amazing. The expressions on his face, his movements, the whole concept, he just really irradiated it, and he fulfilled it, and he gave us this really powerful performance that I don't think he gets enough credit for how fantastic he was in that role, and how he really showed his dramatic chops in that film, along with his suspense, type of acting as well. And just the whole concept of the film was really well done, but Ryan just did such a great job of bringing that character to life and giving us a really well-rounded performance of what a person would be feeling and doing if they're in that type of situation. And I just thought Ryan did a great job with that and gave us a really 100% tour de force performance. If you haven't seen Ryan Reynolds, anything, definitely check him out in Buried. He did a really phenomenal job. But he, once again, was phenomenal in If. He was enjoyable. He was awesome. He also was a producer of the film as well. And he really showcased and gave us this really great addition to this cast and gave us a really fun film. If you haven't seen Ryan Reynolds anything recently, definitely go check him out in If before you see Deadpool vs. Wolverine or Deadpool and Wolverine. This is definitely worth a film to watch of his. So that brings me to the final actor I like to talk about that was in this film. And that is none other than Mr. Off himself. We all know from The Office, the head honcho, who unfortunately left after the 7th season. Mr. Steve Carell! Oh yeah, Steve Carell! Woo! Steve Carell, yeah! Steve Carell is so awesome. He is such a fantastic actor, comedian, that can do all the different, types of, characters and all that kind of stuff. And from his, different films that he's been in, that he's even done more serious films, he is really fantastic at them all. And I just really enjoy Steve, and I love what he brings to his characters, and I like his, very sincerity in all his characters, and how heartwarming and how much you like him and love him and just think he's a great person. And I love that that's what Steve brings to these characters, and he's just really fun to watch, and he's been in a lot of great things over the years. And, with his characterization, doing the voiceover in this as Blue, he was just so fun and so funny, and he just really brought Blue to life and gave us this really fantastic film and just great role in this film that was just so endearing and so fun and just so enjoyable. And you really felt Blue's personality, you really felt Blue's emotions, and you really did want to go and hug Steve Carell's character and be his friend, because he just was so great at the character, and I absolutely loved his characterization, what he brought to Blue. He just was really fun. Now, if you haven't seen Steve in anything recently, definitely check out a great film that he did about 14 years ago now with Paul Rudd, which is a film called Dinner for Schmucks. Yeah, Dinner for Schmucks. Yeah. Oh my god, this movie is so freaking hilarious. I just watched it recently again, and this movie is absolutely awesome. Directed by Jay Roach, starring Steve Carell and, Paul Rudd, Bruce Greenwood. You got, so many other great actors and actresses that are just fun. And Steve was just freaking hilarious as his character in this film, as Barry. He was so stinking funny. And his characterization of like this like kind of bumbling taxidermist fool kind of character was just on point. And there are so many great one-liners he says throughout the whole film. And his interaction with all the different people, especially Jermaine, are so freaking funny. And you know, the whole presence that Steve brings to the character is just really well done and super funny. The bloopers on this film are so freaking hilarious too, and Steve is just on point in the bloopers too, especially in some of the scenes where he's like and stuff like that. Oh my god, you just start laughing so hard because he did it so well, and it's just so freaking funny. If you haven't seen Steve Carell anything, highly recommend seeing him in Dinner for Schmucks. He was absolutely fantastic, phenomenal in it. So good. But when it comes to his character in If, I really enjoyed him. I really thought he was a great addition to that great voice cast. You know, from the late, great Louis Goss Jr., who unfortunately just passed away. They have a great little memoriam for him at the end of the film, which was great. Louis was such a great, awesome actor. I loved him. He was great in the, Iron Eagles, but one of my all-time roles of his that I loved the most is Jaws 3. He was just so awesome as the park guy. He was so cool. And then, of course, Phoebe Waller-Bridge did a great job. Fiona Shaw did a great job in the film. Bobby Monahan, Justin... not Justin Theroux, but the great CSI guy. He did a great job in it. And just so many great voiceovers in this film. Even Emily Blunt did a voiceover in the film too as well. She did a great job. But it's just such a fantastic, fun film that was really enjoyable and just really well casted. And Steve was a great part of that. If you haven't seen Steve in anything recently, definitely check him out in If. He was really fantastic. So what is the film If about? Basically, the film is about the main character, who's played by Kaylee Fleming, and dealing with basically her father's, in the hospital type of deal, and the process of dealing with her father being in the hospital and having to have an operation. She ends up coming across ifs, which are imaginary friends who have lost their children because they have grown up, and she basically helps try to assist getting them new children or getting back with their old previous children as adults. And kind of it's the overall encompassing of her trying to help them and her dealing with all the tragedy in her life. Really well done, well written, well directed, greatly acted, great voiceover work. The animation was amazing. The cinematography, the music throughout the whole entire film was all on point, and just was such a freaking amazing film. Really enjoyed it. Really found it super amazing. There's so many great scenes throughout the film. The scene where Blue goes up behind Bobby Monahan to let him know he's there still for him was so beautiful. We have some great scenes with Ryan Reynolds and Kaylee Fleming, which was really awesome. We have a lot of great scenes of the other imaginary friends. We got some hilarious montage where they're interviewing different imaginary friends and stuff like that. Were so funny. It just was such a fantastic film. If you have not seen it yet, highly recommend go check it out in theaters now. Amazing fun film. Can't wait to see it again. Can't wait to add it to collection. Just was really fantastic film. If you haven't seen it yet, go check it out now in theaters now. So that's it for this movie, guys. As always, thank you for watching. Thank you for liking. Also, thank you for subscribing. And if this is your first time here, or you have been here before, don't forget to check any older new videos you might not seen mine yet. As always, people, just want to throw a huge shout out to my new and old followers. You guys are rocking it. Thank you so much for being a part of the Cybernetic Shark's subscriber count. You guys are rocking it. You guys, I appreciate your views and watches. And, as always, if you get a chance and want to show support for the channel, definitely check out my awesome Patreon page, where there's all kinds of different tiers where you can get cool extra stuff you don't get here on my YouTube channel. You get all kinds of merchandise, all this kind of cool stuff that you can look at and see. It's really awesome. As always, people, if you enjoy me here on my channel, definitely check out the MC's Bleeding Edge, where we do every week two days a night. We do reviews of either TV shows or movies, all that kind of cool stuff. So definitely check that out too. As always, people, catch you in the next one.